Okay, then in this video we'll set up a GeoDjango framework. So GeoDjango is a geographic framework which is built on top of Django. So I would like to show this GeoDjango framework to you. So this is an official website of Django, which is djangoproject.com. So please visit this web page and then go to documentation. And then if you scroll down, there will be a section called GeoDjango. So which is this one, geographic framework. So if you click on that link, it's gonna take you to the GeoDjango page. And in here, there is a page called GeoDjango installation. So on this web page, you will find two links. The first one is for Mac operating system, and the second one is for Windows. So if you're on Mac operating system, please click on the first link, and it's gonna take you to the installation instructions. So in here, you just need to follow the instructions. But if you're on Windows, then you can follow my steps. And I would like to point out in here that Mac operating system or installation of GeoDjango framework on Mac operating system would be very easy, while installing GeoDjango framework on Windows is a bit tricky, but I will try to simplify this process as much as possible. So let's get started. So what we need to do first is we need to go to our settings.py file, which can be found under your main directory. So in my case, it's Austral Culture Heritage Project, and settings.py file is in here. And then we need to scroll down and find a section called Installed Apps. So in here, you need to type in this one, django.contrib.gis. So this one adds GeoDjango framework into your Django project. So once you do this one, let's check whether this has been added into our project successfully or not. And the easiest way to do that would be by typing pymanage.py, and then you don't need to write run server, instead you need to write check. And as you can see, it's throwing an error. So in here, it's asking us whether GDAL has been installed or not. So we haven't installed GDAL. So GDAL is required if you would like to use GeoDjango framework. So now let's install GDAL. So GDAL library can be found from this web page. This web page or website has some unofficial Windows binaries for Python extension packages, and in here, what we need to do is we need to scroll down and find a section called GDAL. So in here, there are several GDAL versions. And at the time of recording this video, the latest version of GDAL is 3.4.3. But if you take a look, there are many 3.4.3 GDAL versions. And we need to find appropriate one for our case. So, and that depends on your version of Python. So for instance, on my computer, I have installed 3.8. So if you would like to check what Python version you have on your computer, the easiest way would be by writing Python and then -- version. So as I said before, I have installed Python version 3.8. So that means I need to find GDAL that's compatible with my Python. So, and let's do that. And we do that by taking a look at CP ones. So as I said before, so this GDAL 3.4.3 is the latest one, but now I need to find CP38. So in here, I can see two CP38. So CP38 means compatible with Python version 3.8. So let's say your Python is 3.9. Then you need to install one of these. So in my case, it's going to be one of these two. But if you take a look, there are two CP38 ones. One is 64-bit and the other one is 32-bit. So my Windows is running on 64-bit. That means I need to download this one. So I have already downloaded that onto my desktop. It's in here. Now it's time to install this. So, and the easiest way to install GDAL would be by writing pip install, and then you just drag and drop that file into your command line. But make sure that you have activated your virtual environment before you install GDAL. Okay, so once you click that, it says, in my case, it says requirement already satisfied because I have already installed a GDAL into my virtual environment. But in your case, it's gonna say GDAL has been installed successfully. So now what we need to do is we need to edit settings py file again. So let's go to our settings.py file, and in here we need to add some extra lines of code to include necessary libraries. So, and I will share these lines of code with you. So you just need to paste the code I will be sharing with you, which is this one. Okay, so it's basically adding this projlib and pass into our Django project. Okay, so now let's check if this one, if what we have done so far resolves the issue we had before with GDAL. So let's check. So again, we go to command line and then we write py manage.py check, and hopefully there should not be any system failures. So as you can see, it says no issues at all. But you might have an issue saying that GDAL, for instance, 3 or 4 is not found or something like that. And I'll try to show you what to do if you run into that issue. So let me demonstrate what might happen in here. So let me quickly go to project folder, and then let's go to env, and then I just want to show you what might happen, what might not go well in here. So, and let's go to Django. You don't need to follow this one. I'm just showing you what might not go well in here. So GIS, and then there is a file called GDAL, which is this one, and then libgdal.py. Let's open this. So I'm going to open that, and then so I'm going to open that in here. libgdal. So in here, oops. So let's close this for now, settings. So in here, so GDAL 3.4 has already been included. And that's a right version in my case. So sometimes Django doesn't include the right version of GDAL in here. And then let's comment out for now. And then if I run that check again, it's gonna say, hey, I tried GDAL 3.3, 3.2, 3.1, but I couldn't find GDAL. So in that case, what you need to do is you need to find the GDAL version you have installed onto your machine, and you can do that by going to env and then lib, and then you need to go to site packages and then OSGeo, and then in here you need to find GDAL version you have installed. So in my case it's GDAL 3.4. As you can see, it has been installed, but this one GDAL 3.4 hasn't been included in the Django contrib/gis/GDAL folder. So in that case, again, what you need to do is you need to go to that folder, call it, Django, and then contrib, and then GIS, and then here GDAL, and then you need to open this libgdal, and then once you open that, you need to just include that GDAL 3.4, or in my case it's 3.4, but it might be 3.5 in later on in your case, and you just need to include that, but only if you have an issue like this. Okay, But in my case, there is no issue and everything is all right. So that's it regarding this video, and we will continue this session in the next one.